Son shit, y'all ready?
I hope y'all are. This episode is about the first. Let me clarify that for y'all again. First, yeah, put the T on it. Broadway show. Black African Americans to star in a Broadway show. Yeah. That's what this one is. This is that episode. That's what we doing right here. In Dahomey, 1903. Yeah. That's how long that go back, son. We go back. And all that started from, we went to see Hamilton Tuesday. So it was like, yo, 10 years. 10 years. Woof. That's just crazy. You know what I mean? But, yeah, man. This is what this episode is about. I don't even know how are we supposed to, if you're black, how do you, if you're black and you're not agreeing with Trump or MAGA or the far Christian right, how do you go about condoning? I'm not going to say condoning. Sending condolences to your boy, to your man's family. Like, how do we go about that? How do we figure out the right way to go about doing that? You know what I'm saying? Because with his I'm trying to be respectful as I say this. You know what I'm saying? So much to the point, like, it's almost like, yo, do I even want to mention his name? You know what I'm saying? Like, because the name makes people trip out. Like, to say Charlie Kirk gets people crazy upset. You know what I'm saying? I don't want to be a conspiracy theorist, but there's a piece of me, I'm willing to go. I'm pretty sure it's going to end up being a Republican who did that. It's going to be somebody who's a disgruntled MAGA person, former MAGA person. And I don't know if people understand, that's starting to be a thing. Where the Epstein files opened up a whole new door. The inflation opens up a whole new door. The promises that were not kept opens up a whole new door. And then you look over and then there's somebody who's a diehard fan and he travels. You become a target. Am I saying that's what happened? No, I'm not saying that's what happened. What I'm saying is I wouldn't be surprised that when the smoke settles, because right now you have a bunch of people thinking it's someone on the left. You know what I'm saying? Trump put it out there like that. You have these people who really want it to be that way. You know what I'm saying? Now, that's one theory that I definitely think it's a Republican. The other theory, he's a martyr. He's the martyr. He's the sacrificial lamb. Are you not paying attention? People are crying over this dude. There are people who have lost their minds over this dude. You know what I'm saying? And yeah. And I say that because all of this, we're gonna go to DC and try to spark something. We're gonna go to Chicago and try to spark something. We have ICE ruffling up the Hispanic community, and nothing's tipped. When I say that, everybody's just like, whatever, man. We go push through. All we gotta do is wait this out. Midterms, wait this out. General election. We're good. And it's not working out like that. You know what I'm saying? Like Trump put the National Guard and all that in DC for no real. It wasn't anything jumping. He just said he had crimes at an all-time high. Bring them in. Like, it wasn't any upheaval. It wasn't any unrest. It was the regular get down, and crime, by the way, as we all know, as it's been stated, has went down in DC over several years, mainly because gentrification is popping off in DC as well. So, but that's not the point. The people didn't flip out. so there was no need for things to escalate. You know what I'm saying? This right here is the spark. Because you got the other side. You got these Republican people. They got the flags. They out here. They ready. They got black flags. They got Don't Tread on Me flags. They're up in these comments talking about it's on and popping. You know what I'm saying? It's on now. You know, they're running up on, they're DMing people and sliding in people's comment sections who they see as the enemy, and they're threatening them. Like, this is where we're at. They needed that push. That's the whole thing. Like, and I'm saying this because that's all this has been since Trump has been in office. 2 times now. You know what I'm saying? Like, the upheaval to try to spark something. This ain't nothing new. This is what they did when Trump was in office the first time. Shorty that got ran over in Virginia. Yeah, this ain't new. You know what I mean? Like the Proud Boys. All this ain't new. Like, the need to feel like we ready to go to war. And it's only one side that's sitting around here. Think about that. Other side, everybody else is like, dude, it's a democracy. We'll just vote you out. We're good. You know what I'm saying? Hence what you had in January. When you know, we all remember January 6th. That's that thing. Then you take what's been going on so far this year with all of this and the power that he is now possessed and been allowed to invoke. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, things are about to get really rocky. And like I said, I don't know what the reason was for this man to be shot. There really wouldn't be a real reason. This dude has been spitting the same stuff for over about a decade or so, right? He's been out here for a while, just being him. What makes now different? It's not like he's raised the level of ignorance in his voice or really been out here promoting or encouraging violence. You know what I'm saying? So I don't know what the get down was. You know what I mean? So it's like, where we at with that? Nobody wants to talk about that because it's a hard thing to talk about. You know what I'm saying? But if you asking me, my theories are, 1, you can find out it was a Republican. 2, it might be to set it off. That's how it is. That's how I think. That's just the way I'm programmed. This was so out of the blue. This dude has really been doing the same thing he's been doing for the last few years, and that is just traveling from spot to spot, having open debates with people, because he is so certain that what he's saying is right. That is not enough to have a person killed. That is not enough to assassinate someone. And I don't want to use the word assassinate. You know what I'm saying? You got Trump, who's like, yo, we ought to lower the flags half-mast. For what? We had actual politicians that were murdered. We kept it pushing. Murdered, son. Like, murdered. It was on the news. They talked about it for like 2 days. Literally, like, it came and went. We didn't even hear condolences for real, half-mast, unless I'm missing it. So let me take that back. Maybe I missed it, but what was it? Summer, June, July, out there in Minnesota, 2 different politicians and their spouses were murdered by the same guy. Yeah. I think we may have found the suspect, but that's what I'm saying. The President Trump went out of his way to go, yo, we need to figure out something about this. That's the part that's scary. Nothing for what happened in Minnesota during the summer. This became priority 1. Something is going on. Something is definitely going on. And as a black person, where do we sit? Let me say this. If the Republicans knew, if MAGA knew that this man's death is causing so much divide they just fall back and let the pieces fall where they may. Like, you have, just amongst us as black people, you have some black people going condolences to the family, and everybody's like, yo, what are you talking about? Forget him, forget his family. He was this, that, and the third. You know what I'm saying? Like, we're at each other's throats because we're trying to be humane. We're trying to show humanity. We're trying to be bigger than the other side of where they cheer for death. They make excuses for death. They'll circle around a million times before they go, yeah, that was wrong, with a million excuses. Children don't have their father anymore. I feel bad. No, that dude he wasn't my cup of tea, but nobody deserves to be shot. Nobody deserves to be murdered. Nah, son, you can't do that. Oh, there you go, Cooning. Like, we are at each other's throats. You got white people who are saying stuff on the same lane with that, being approached by other white people like, what? Oh man, I know you ain't out here doing it like that. And what you also hear, which I haven't heard, I can say I haven't heard it. You have Republicans going, I can't believe people are out here cheering, and like, hold on, who's cheering for death? When does that happen? And here's the crazy part. It's never never really Democrats, is it? We are at each other's throats over niceties, over being respectful to the dead. That man ain't here to defend himself anymore. Sorry for your lost family. This is not how this should go. It should not be somebody taking aim at you while you're having a public forum debate. No, yes, we have a right to go. Sorry. Condolences to the family. You don't want to say rest in peace? That's a whole nother thing. Cool, whatever. They fired or they discontinued a comic book trans woman who took a lot of what he said to heart when it came to trans people. Said what she had to say. They were like, yo, we ain't dealing with you no more. Most likely Warner Brothers, probably more than DC. You know what I'm saying? Word has it, somebody from MSNBC has been fired. They're going crazy at certain politicians that I guess Trump has felt haven't shown enough concern for Charlie Kirk. You know what I'm saying? Like, this is where we're at now. Like, this is where we're at. Far from a fan. Far from a fan. But nobody deserves to be murdered. That's just, like, how do we, you know what I mean? Like, where are we at? Where we can just not be respectful human beings. They go, man, nobody deserves that. Well, you know what he said. Yeah, okay, and don't agree with any of it, but I'm not going to be out here going, yeah, son, death to you and everything around you. That's not the get down. What are we doing? That's not us. That is not us as American people, man. We have to be bigger than that. We have to. You know what I'm saying? We have to be so much bigger than that. And then we're at each other's throats about being respectful. And the Republicans, again, are so blinded with their hate that they're not even watching this weird dysfunction. You know what I'm saying? There's a weird dysfunction going on where we can't see eye to eye on being respectful for the dead. It's a wild times we are living in right now. They're preparing for war. They're preparing for battle. They're getting ready to go out here and be crazy and do crazy things. You know what I'm saying? You got a lot of politicians who have canceled where they thought what they were going to do for the rest of the week, maybe for the rest of the month. People who aren't politicians but are talking heads, whether on social media or TV, have probably had very, very strong opinions about MAGA. Gotta watch their back. Comedians will probably be out here canceling shows. You don't know what's up. Like, again, who would have thought there was nothing that set the stage to let you go, oh, this is about to be a thing. Told y'all when it happened with Trump, whether it's fake or not, that's not even the point. Told y'all when that joint jumped off with Trump, we fell back into the 50s and the 60s. We were back into that era where you got to watch your back if you're somebody important who is saying something that people don't like. It's real out here for real. It's really real out here. I just don't get it. I don't want to feel like our country's already fractured. It just can't keep getting worse. We can't have subgenres out here, subgroups beefing amongst each other who started out on the same side. You know what I mean? I didn't want to say this stuff, but then at the same time, I knew I would say something about this because it's like we record on Thursday night. You gotta let the joint jumped off yesterday, so it's like you gotta let a lot of information pop off for the rest of the day, as of what we know, and that's really what it happened. The information that you're getting is they still don't know who the suspect is. They don't know who did it. They had a person, but it wasn't that person. Who I thought, by the way, when they said they had a person, I just assumed it'd probably be somebody of color, some like old white guy. They're like, nah, he ain't doing it. Where you go from it? And I don't want to make the transition to the history lesson with this. You know what I'm saying? Like, this is just somber and sad. Somebody listening right now going, I'm just saying, son, why you want to give them condolences? Respect. They wouldn't respect you. They also don't walk through our shoes. They don't know what it is to be like us. They ain't out here going through the world like we do. You know what I'm saying? Like, at the end of the day, his America, his viewpoint is far from the same as mine. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, why would I even worry about what he do about me when he's not me? So that's that go. Anyway, we here, we do what we do. Thank y'all for listening. I guess I will have to transition from this because it's crazy, man. It's like all of the I don't know, man. I don't know. We can't let it's about to get crazy bad, and we can't let it. You know what I mean? We can't let it. Football season. You know how people are just outside, son? They outside tailgating. They're outside at the games. They're out at the bars. People are going to be outside. So the last thing we need to do is be beefing with someone. And you know what's going to happen. Somebody going to say something real slick. And it's going to be a jump off. And that's my point. Like, we really need to fall back and examine this. We've dealt with this situation of one group of people wanting to have this shootout, this war, this whatever calamity jump off, and we've seen it. We've seen it. 4 years of Trump the first time, 4 years of Biden, and we're seeing it now. That's over 10 years. All we have to do is figure out what to do. Make sure the right politicians get into the right places, and you vote the right people in. So when time to make the big election hit, we do what we do, and we vote people out. That's what we're supposed to do. That's how it's supposed to be. I don't know, man. I don't know. It's weird because there's no upside right now. Like, I don't see an upside. All I see is someone is going to have an opinion. Somebody's going to say something crazy out their mouth on either side, either pro or against. You know what I'm saying? And it's going to turn into something so much bigger. This dude is going to be the catalyst. This dude's death will be the catalyst for a whole bunch of nonsense. And I'm just like, yo, we can't let it be. I'm hoping it won't be. But at the same time, I won't be surprised when it will. I'm just make sure that y'all know, y'all hear it first. 9/11, which we should be just talking about 9/11. You know, I look, this stuff took over so crazy. I was on social media and I saw somebody say, "Yo, don't forget who I never got to meet my grandmother. Don't forget my grandmother." 9/11. I'm like, oh, that's right. It's 9/11. We were supposed to, you know what I'm saying? We supposed to be out here like, you know, don't ever forget. We kind of, we caught amnesia for a minute, man. But yeah, man, we got to figure something out. We got to do better. People, we have to do better, people. Anyway, there is no way to upside this, is it? We're just going to get into the history joint. Thank y'all for listening. East Coast, West Coast, worldwide, Lost Boys. Yeah. First official Black Broadway show in Dahomey. Yeah. You know how we do. Let's go. As we Wu-Tang Clan, y'all know the man doing his thing with his two hands. Catalog after catalog, who want to battle, dog? Sure they shake they fanny, talking to they man, looking in my eye, like what you wanna do. If you thought that it was gon' rhyme, joke's on you. Anyway, man, this is what we do. This is how we get that legal crime radio. Y'all hear that music, man. And I'm late. It's almost like 9:30. It basically is 9:30. So we gonna set it off like this. Like this. One time for the mind, like it is. Take it from the top. Take it from the top. This moment, y'all hear that? In Black history. While we was talking about Hamilton, look, I made y'all think I was about to try to bar up on him or something. While we was talking about Hamilton, hold on, old school rapper. While we were talking about Hamilton, that's the play. I thought about what I was gonna talk about today. What's the first black play on Broadway? I'ma find it, then reminder, this is history. I better stop. Salute to all the founding fathers of this culture. You know what I'm saying? All the first MCs, all the first DJs, all the first B-boys. But yeah, sometimes you just gotta do that. Hey, boy, look, that was like the defining moment when we was kids. Like, if you was still into that, we couldn't conversate. If you was still like, or you was on that no disrespect, Fat Boy Run DMC joint. I came up, I'm about to what? Do what I do. And then, you know, they do the back and forth. This is how I get me down. This is what the trick is. Cool to rock or rhyme, that's right on time. Yeah, if you was still doing that, and you wasn't up on that, you know what I'm saying? We won't listening to you, man. We won't trying to hear that. You know what I'm saying? If you weren't up on that, you know what I'm saying? That joint, we won't. It's been a long time. I shouldn't have left you without a strong rhyme to step to. Figured how many week shows you slept through. Time's up. Sorry I kept you waiting for this. You keep it. Look, if you weren't on it like we was on it, you was still out here. This beat pumping the people like it. They be like, oh my God, are you a psychic? Yeah, no, we was kicking you to the curb with that. Like, go ahead, man. If you rap like that, you got the Beat It jacket on. Anyway, where we at? First Broadway play. The first Broadway play by a black person. 1903 in Dahomey, a Negro Musical comedy. It was a landmark joint right there, you know what I'm saying? And it was on Broadway. It did its thing, you know what I'm saying? It was out here rocking, you know what I'm saying? 53 performances, you know what I'm saying? Is how they know. Matter of fact, let me take that back. From February 18th down to April 4th of the same year, 1903. 53 performances. Back then, that was considered like, yo, you did your thing. Y'all did y'all thing, son. Y'all was out here killing them. They was even invited to take their joint overseas. You know what I'm saying? This is what we talking about. You know what I mean? Like, the whole thing was like, yo, we want to basically have this thing where it's critically and it's basically injecting. They were in blackface, but then they was like, yo, this is what we doing. It was basically, it was satire about the joint. Now, the two comedians that were in it, you know what I'm saying? These two brothers were like, at that time, they were considered like the best black comedians in the game. You know what I'm saying? George Walker and Burt Williams. They was doing their thing. They was considered them dudes in the vaudeville type, I guess pre-vaudeville, right? But yeah, man. Then they get to this joint. They end up connecting with the producer McVaughn Herdick and Harry Simon. You know what I'm saying? And then in Dahomey was brought to the joint. You know what I'm saying? The first African Americans to star in a Broadway play. Like, this was their joint. This was them. You know what I'm saying? It was successful in the United States. It was out here doing a thing. Like I said, they went all over the world. They went everywhere. They was overseas. You know what I'm saying? They was at the Grand Opry House at one point in 1904. You know what I'm saying? From August to September, for like a month. You know what I'm saying? They was out here killing the game. You know what I'm saying? It was basically like one of those things where it's just like they captivated people and they just celebrated everything that was dope. You know what I'm saying? It was a popular joint. And when it got down into London, it was one of the more popular musicals for that joint. You know what I'm saying? Next thing you know, they was out there in San Francisco. They was in Portland. They was in St. Louis. They was out here traveling, doing their thing. This was a very, very, very joint. You know what I'm saying? The composer, Will Marion Cook, combined the high, like, operatic style that he studied and stuff, and then threw it with the ragtime, which was the crackdown, like the get down back in that day anyway. So he was out here rocking it. And yeah, it was very minstrelly, you know what I'm saying, for those who don't understand the minstrel circuit and the minstrel shows. It was, yeah, it had that, bring the beat back, had that vibe to it, but it was them. And it was them putting the thing, like putting the mirror up to the face a little bit while still rocking it. You know what I'm saying? And it was one of the first, not, let me scratch that, not one of the first. It was the first. After that, like about 20 years later, a couple more joints popped off, but this, and the other joints really got more respect. This is the type of joint you had to hunt and look for. You know what I'm saying? Because like I said, a lot of it is people wanted to downplay it because of the blackface. You know what I'm saying? Like we you know how we do, man. We get into a point where we be like, man, I don't even want to represent that no more. You know what I mean? Like we doing it now. We do that. We get down like that. But yeah, man, this is that history moment. We got these segments on the podcast, Our World, Our Time. Y'all can find it. It's on most streaming platforms. You know what I mean? But this is what we do, man. And y'all get to absorb this first. You know what I mean? Y'all get to hear this live, baby. This is what they're on, baby. As we that's that joint right there. Y'all don't understand. I just keep doing the snake to that joint. Remember the snake? Yeah, son. You look at old videos, man. You see dudes doing the snake. It's questionable. Yeah. Sus is not even the word for it. It is like all out guilty. Dudes be looking. Cause then they do the thing when they do a pop to it to their back. And they do a little gyrate with the finger snap. Y'all don't understand. I'm doing it while I'm talking to y'all. That's where the finger snapping came from. But they be doing it like, and the Cabbage Patch, the Running Man. A lot of joints, cause everybody couldn't look cool doing it. Like Kid and Play and them look cool. The boys with Heavy D, Scoop and Scrap Lover. So, you know what I'm saying? Like some people look dope. Other people look like they were just out here doing the exercise. Son. Like that looked painful. Like the knee is all the way up to the chest and they doing these and they arms. Like that's a whole exercise, bro. Like that's some Billy Blaine stuff right there. That's typo with us. Like what is you doing? You know what I mean? But yeah, there was some dances back in the day, man. We used to do it just they don't like trust me. It is definitely not like watching brothers, grown men twerk. That's a whole nother thing. Like dudes be out here happy. Like, son, did you hear that? I made my butt clap. I'm like, hold on, time out. Hold on, start to me. Pause. Time out. Are you bragging that you made your cheeks clap? Ugh. You ain't hear that? I know how to do it. Like, them shorties be doing it. This is what I do. Clippity, 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 clippity. Like, ugh, dog. It's a room full of dudes here. How are you bragging on this? They don't make me gay. I don't know what that make you, but that definitely don't make you straight and sane. There's no go to jail and do that. See how long that see if you don't become the belle of the ball in jail. Hey fellas, check this out. Clippity, 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 clippity. Hey, bruh, 4 cartons of Newports. All my cookies I'ma get. And I must have my peoples wire me some money to put up on y'all books. I want him. I want you. Huh? Meet me in the shower. What? Nah. It's just what I do. It's a joke. Like, it's crazy. I can make my booty clap. Next thing you know, you got sleep with one eye open. You sleep, he done especially if you like the block. Like it's different when you in the joints where they got they little rooms, but when you in the joint where everybody just sleeping on the beds, yeah, and the guards, especially because like the longer you been there, you done timed out when them guards gonna slide through. So now you done slid up in the bed beside you, man. Yeah, son, you be out here making that joint clap. Hey man, get off! Face up in the pillow. It's a wrap. It's a wrap. All of a sudden, everybody like, man, it smell like doo-doo up in here. Oh, dog, did not. I told y'all, ain't nobody want to go down for my offer. I takes, but I won't. I'm sorry. Am I promoting SA? Sexual assault? No. But let's keep it real. It's gonna happen. If you out here making your booty clap while you in jail. Legal Crime Radio. Let's get it back into this music. Wu-Tang. Yes. Hey yo, that's my tizzy. Time to go. Had to get busy, but to let y'all know. Basic instructions before leaving Earth was that joint. Everybody I know who know about the 5%ers was like, yo. I ain't there where it was trying to go, but anyway, salute to the gods and the earths, man. Look, again, something that you don't get no more. That was the big thing, man. But anyway, man, we ain't gonna talk about that. We're gonna just get back into this, what we do, man. Cause Saturday is Saturday, so we gonna do down. We gonna get down. Hey, y'all like, oh my God, is he trying to get down? Get down. Like you was wheelchair bound, and the wheelchair fell over, and then you on the what? Ground. You got down. Anyway, I'ma holler at y'all Saturday. You know how we do. Thank y'all for rocking. Word up. 1 time for the mind, 2 times for the body, 3 for the spiritual. Before we end the party, it's like they say you only live once. That's a lie. You only die once. So anytime that your God allows you to get out here and continue your journey, please show the world the best version of you. Y'all be safe. Peace.
This is a Soul of Art presentation.